Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, hope you are doing well and welcome back to our English language vocabulary course. Today, inshallah, we are going to talk about a new topic which is at work, careers, a career in sales. Let's go to the text. When Carl left school, he took the first job he was offered in telesales. He thought telemarketing sounded quite glamorous, but soon found that most of the people he phoned hated cold calling and put the phone down when he tried the hard sell. However, he persevered and found he became quite skilled at persuading customers to part with their money. He then moved into a job on a TV shopping channel where he specialized in selling merchandise for their leisure market. He did so well at this that he set up his own sportswear company and hasn't looked back since. Okay, let's go and see the new words and their meanings. Okay, here we have telemarketing, telesales, hard sell, part with their money, merchandise, hasn't looked back, the TV, shopping channel. So let's go to the text again. When Carl left school, he took the first job he was offered. In telesales. Telesales and telemarketing means selling or marketing goods and services by phone. So you talk to people on the phone and try to persuade them to buy your goods. Okay. He thought telemarketing sounded quite glamorous, but soon found that most of the people he phoned hated cold calling. Okay, so cold calling is the practice of telephoning somebody that you don't know in order to sell them something. And what happened actually when he or she tries to call people, they put the phone down. Okay, when he tried to the hard sell. The hard sell here means an attempt to sell something by being very forceful, okay, or assertive, or persuasive even. Okay, so you do your best in order to persuade people to buy your service or your good. Okay, so this is the meaning of try the hard sell. Try the hard sell. You talk to people on the phone and try to persuade them, and you are very forceful and very assertive. Even you try to be very persuasive. Okay. However, he persevered and found he became quite skilled at persuading customers to part with their money. Part with their money means spend money, buy. Part with their money. Okay, buy goods and services, buy things. He then moved into a job on a TV shopping channel. It's a TV channel devoted, specialized, okay, to selling products. TV shopping channels, okay? These are, channels which are specialized or devoted to selling products. Where he specialized in selling merchandise, merchandise that are bought and sold, okay, merchandise, goods. Okay, so in selling merchandise for the leisure market. He did so well at this that he set up his own sportswear company and hasn't looked back since. Okay, it means if we say his business hasn't looked back since, means his business is very successful. Okay, so it means has moved forward successfully. Yes. Okay, so hasn't looked back since means his business is very successful. Okay, let's go to the next point. Buying and selling. A person's purchasing power is the ability they have to buy goods. That's to say the amount of money they have available. In Arabic, we say القوة الشرائية. Okay, it is the purchasing power. Purchase means buy. Okay, purchase. A person's purchasing power is the ability they have to buy goods. Okay, if you shop around, you try different companies or shops to sell to see which offers best value. Shop around. Okay, shop around. يتنور. يعني you just go around okay, seeing different companies and shops in order to see the best, okay, price, to see the best price, okay? So if you shop around, you try different companies or shops to see which offers best value, okay, shipping around. If you want to buy something, you need to find a shop that stocks it, keeps a supply of it, okay? Or keeps it in stock, موجود عندها, مخزون, موجود عندها, okay? If you want to buy something, you need to find a shop that stocks it, keeps a supply of it, or keeps it in stock. We say out of stock, نفذ المخزون, ما فيش عندهم, okay? Out of stock, okay? In stock and out of stock. Keeps in stock, okay? Stocks it, the company stocks it, okay? The company stocks it. Good. If you trade something out, usually a car or a house, you buy one that is of higher value than the one you had before. Of course, the opposite is trade down. Trade up and trade down. يبدل على الأفضل, okay? Trade something up and trade something down. Okay, so if you have an old car and you want to trade it up, it means you want to change it for another new one, but you pay more money sometimes because you are trying to get a new one, okay? In Arabic, يبدل على أفضل. Good. So usually a car or a house, you buy one that is of a higher value than the one you had before. Good. Okay. People sometimes make a purchasing decision based on brand loyalty. Brand loyalty. يعني in Arabic الولاء أو الثقة في ماركة معينة أو علامة تجارية معينة. You buy just, for example, Nike, for example. You buy, for example, any make, any new make. Of course, make here is a noun. Make, a brand. Okay, people sometimes make a purchasing decision based on a brand loyalty. It is confidence in that particular make and a tendency always to choose it. عندك ميل أو نزعة, always to choose it, okay? So you have a confidence in a specific make, okay? That's why it is brand loyalty. You have your own loyalty or confidence in something, in a specific brand. Okay, make is a noun, of course. What make is it? What make is your hat? إيش البراند? إيش الماركة? What make is it? Okay, so this is brand loyalty. الولاء أو الثقة في ماركة معينة. Okay, so you just buy this or that brand. Supermarkets, yeah. Supermarkets sometimes sell an item for less than it costs them in order to attract a lot of people into the shop, where they will also buy more profitable items. The item being sold at a low price is called a loss leader. A loss leader. So this is the item which is sold at a low price than it costs. Okay? Again, supermarkets sometimes sell an item for less than it costs them in order to attract lots of people into the shop, where they will also buy more profitable items. The item being sold at a low price is called a loss leader. A loss leader. In Arabic, a loss leader is called سلعة الجذب. Okay, so you sell an item at a low price in order to attract more clients, customers. Okay, سلعة الجذب, or sometimes بيع الخسارة لجذب العملاء, we say. بيع الخسارة لجذب العملاء. Okay, so this is the item itself. The item itself. And the process is called also loss leader. Loss leader, okay? Loss leader is the item sold at a low price in order to attract people at a shop or into the shop, okay? For a company to sell its products, it has to price them appropriately. To price something, give this or that item the price. يثمن, okay? Okay. For a company to sell its products, it has to price them appropriately, give them a price. If a company finds a niche market, it finds a specialized group of customers with particular interests that company can meet. niche market. Okay, أسواق متخصصة, niche market. Okay, أسواق متخصصة. Okay. Okay, so you go to a specific market which sells specific goods. Okay, specific goods. Okay, so if a company finds a niche market, it finds a specialized group of customers with particular interests that that company can meet. أسواق متخصصة. Okay. If an item is said to come or go under the hammer, okay, so a specific goods, for example, specific good or purchase is going or is coming under the hammer, it is sold at an auction. يباع في مزاد. It will go under a hammer. It will go under the hammer means سيباع في المزاد. It is sold at an auction. مزاد, sale of goods or property where people make gradually increasing bids. People make gradually to make a bid. Make a bid. يزاود. Make a bid. العطاءات للعطاءات. Bids means العطاءات. Okay. When you go to eBay, for example, you can find lots of goods, okay, going under the hammer, going under the hammer. So you make a bid, okay, you pay more money. بتضيف $10 $5 $3, okay, بتشوف برسى عليك المزاد ولا. So paying more money is making a bid, okay, making bids, where people make gradually increasing bids, and the item is then sold to the highest bidder, to the highest bidder. A bidder is the one who makes bids, okay, to the highest bidder. Good. So next, a career in business. A career in business. A few years ago, Tina started her own software development business, which turned out to be very lucrative. However, she got increasingly irritated by all the red tape involved in the administration of a business, and when a large company contacted her with a proposition suggesting a takeover, she was interested. At first, the two companies couldn't agree on all the details of the agreement, but they managed to reach a compromise and hammer out a deal without too much delay. In many ways, Tina was sad that her company had been swallowed up, but she has used the money raised by the sale of her capital assets to invest in a business startup, an online holiday property letting agency. Okay, let's go to the new words and see and check them. A few years ago, Tina started her own software development business. So this is the type of business she started, which turned out to be very lucrative, مربح, very lucrative, producing a lot of money, okay, profitable, useful, okay, incurring lots of money, lucrative. However, she got increasingly irritated, very, very irritated, increasingly irritated by all the red tape involved in the administration of a business. Red tape, okay, is bureaucracy. It is a negative word. It's a negative context. Okay, red tape. In Arabic, we say بيروقراطية sometimes. بيروقراطية. Like rules that are more complicated than necessary. Rules that are more complicated than necessary. بيروقراطية. Official rules sometimes even. Official rules that are more complicated than necessary. بيروقراطية. Okay? Okay. Red tape involved in the administration of a business. Administration, of course, organization and arrangement of operations. Okay, administration, إدارة. Okay, الإدارة, تجهيز للبيع. And when a large company contacted her, phoned her, wrote to her with a proposition suggesting a takeover, a proposition, a formal letter, proposition, formal offer, you can say, a formal offer suggesting a takeover. What is a takeover? Okay, it is an agreement in which one company takes control of another one. Okay, of course, here, agreement in which one company takes control of another one. Compare with merger, in which two companies join together to become one company. Okay, so merger is different. Here, it's Okay, merger, two companies join together to become one company. Okay, but takeover, one company takes control of another, and that's why it is here called swallowed up. swallowed up. Okay, takeover يعني شركة اشترت شركة وحطتها معها اندرجت تحتها. لكن merger, two companies join together. Okay, join together. That's it. Okay, so when a large company contacted her with a proposition suggesting a takeover, she was interested. At first, the two companies couldn't agree on all the details of the agreement, but they managed to reach a compromise. They managed to reach a compromise. a compromise يعني وصلوا لاتفاق. اوكي، وصلوا لتسوية لاتفاق compromise. اوكي، تسوية. اوكي، they managed to reach a compromise and hammer out a deal. And hammer out a deal. Okay, hammer out a deal. Number 7, talk in details until a business agreement is made. Okay, to make agreement, to make a deal. Hammer out a deal means to make a deal. اتفاق بيع وشراء here. Okay, hammer out a deal means to talk in detail. Okay, talk in detail in order to reach an agreement. Okay, in order to reach an agreement. Hammer out a deal. Okay, without too much delay. In many ways, Tina was sad that her company had been swallowed up, but she has used the money raised اللي حوشتهم, okay, by the sale of her capital assets to invest in a business startup. She was sad that her company had been swallowed up. Swallowed up means, okay, taken over by a larger company. Taken over by a larger company. Almost like takeover, okay? But she has used the money raised, okay, by the sale of her capital assets, to invest in a business startup. Capital assets means أصول الشركة, الأصول, okay, أصول رأس المال, الموجودات الشركة, capital assets. We have different types of assets. We have current assets and fixed assets, okay. Of course in Arabic الأسيتس هي الموجودات, هي أصول الشركة, من شاحنات, من أرض, من مصنع, من آلات, من القوى البشرية, العمال, okay, البضاعة الموجودة. Okay, so all these are assets, but we have current and fixed. Current assets, الأصول الجارية, like money, okay, like products, okay, but fixed assets are like, okay, the land, okay, the company itself. Fixed assets ثابتة, الموجودات الثابتة. Almost like capital assets الكبيرة. Okay, capital الأساسية الضخمة. Capital assets الموجودات. Okay, like 9, we have buildings and machines owned by the company. Yes, buildings and machines. Buildings, machines, المكن, المبنى نفسه, capital. Okay, but minor assets are like, okay, products, العمال, okay, and this stuff. So she used her money, okay, or she used the money raised by the sale of her capital assets to invest in a business startup. Of course, a new business startup, new company. What is it? An online holiday property letting agency. Okay, a business organizing the rental of holiday houses and flats. وكالة تأجير مساكن الإجازات أو مساكن في الإجازات. وكالة تأجير مساكن هي وكالة لتأجير المساكن في فترة الإجازات. An online holiday property letting agency. A business organizing the rental of holiday houses and flats. Okay, and by this we come to the end of our session. I mean, we can do the exercises, of course, if you would like. Match the two parts of these business collocations from the opposite page. We have loss leader, capital assets, purchasing power, shopping channel, hard sell, letting agency, brand loyalty, niche market, okay, niche market, red tape, okay. 7.2, a world famous painting will go under the hammer in London tomorrow. It's a sensible idea to shop around, okay, a bit before buying a computer. Sally made the right decision when she quit her old job and set up her own business. She hasn't looked back since the day it opened. So her business was very successful. I don't mind trying a hard sell on a person who has already expressed an interest in our products, but I hate cold calling. It can be quite hard to persuade my dad to part with her money or with his money. Okay, part with his money. I'm going to make for a bid for the dining table that is up for auction tomorrow. My current job is in telesales. I spend all the day on the telephone, telesales. It's of course you spend most of your time on the telephone. Okay. Number 8, they produce special clothes for people who practice yoga and have already okay, cornered this niche market. Okay. Number 9, the shop I went, the shop I went to didn't stock the printer I wanted, so I'm going to order it online. Okay, so let's have a look on 3.7. 3.7 here. Replace the underlined words with a word or phrase from C with a similar meaning. Replace the underlined words with a word or phrase from C with a similar meaning. Okay, good. As the business interests were quite different, it took them a long time to come to an agreement. Okay, hammer out a deal. If you want to go into the import and export business, you had better be prepared for a lot of bureaucracy, red tape. Number 3, at the moment, they are discussing the possibility of buying up another company. Okay, take over. To buy up another company, taking over, swallowing it up. Sportswear is a very profitable, lucrative business to be in at the moment. Banks will only lend a new business money if they have a realistic business plan. Okay? It is a startup. New businesses, startup. A number of small companies have been taken over, swallowed up by the huge multinational in the last 6 months. Okay? Hassan has made a rather interesting suggestion about setting up a business together. Proposition. Interesting proposition. Okay, suggestion. Okay, Claw is much better at the creative side of business than the organization involved in running a company. Of course, means here administration. Okay, thank you very much. Until we meet again, inshallah, in the next chapter. Bye bye.